So hi everyone. Okay, you guys have been waiting for me to do my okra recipe, and sorry it took a while, but this is my okra. I usually get frozen okra, and that's just because, well, it's hard to get raw okra where I live. So when you get frozen okra, you might see the base, so the head of the okra, it looks something like this. We don't blend that with it, so take it out. So when I blend my okra, what I do is the first time I'm going to take about half of what I have. So we still have an head over there. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to take about half of what I have right now. Just take that. Make sure you wash your hands before you do this. Okay, people, wash your hands. So I'm going to just take half of what I have. Right there. I think I put part of the head. That one, we don't want that. So just take that. Now you're going to take a little bit of the okra liquid. So just take that. So I'm putting about half of that. And if you're using raw okra, you might just want to take a little bit of water by itself, and that's what you use. So let me wipe my hand over here. And the next thing we're going to do is you just blend it. And what you want to blend it at is, I want to actually blend it like liquefy, but just a little bit. You don't want to blend it too much so that it's not like water. Okay, so let's blend it. Okay. So this is the consistency, as you see. This is the consistency that we have now. So we're going to blend it a little bit more. Okay, so once you blend it to this consistency, then you set that apart. So I'm going to get a bowl. And I'm going to pour my okra mixture into this bowl so that you can see the consistency. So you see, that is the consistency that you want to have. So we're going to set this apart. Now for this other one, you're going to blend it coarse. You're not going to blend it too liquefied. And you're going to take your remaining water, and that should be just a little bit of water. So we're taking a little bit of water, and I'm going to cover this. And this time I'm just going to chop it. So we're just going to chop. And I'm pausing it, you can see. Okay, so I just chopped it. I did not make it too coarse, or too liquid. So when we pour this on top, your okra will have almost as if I cut it, and almost as if I also liquefied it, So the thing is this, so when you've done it this way, it has more of a solid, and it also has a mixture of a liquid with it. So this is usually how I blend my okra to give it different taste. So this is the pot I'm going to be using. Usually I'll use a smaller pot, but I'm making a big bowl of okra this time. And this is my okra mixture close up. You can see the different textures of the okra. So I'm just mixing it together, and I'm adding it into my bowl like this. Once I add it into my bowl, I'm going to get my seasoning. These are my seasoning. So this is my crayfish. So now that you see the okra, you can see it's a bit thick, and you can see that there's not that much liquid in it. At this point, I usually add a little bit of liquid to it. So the way that I'm getting the liquid, I'm just using, my blender. So whatever is left over from blending the okra, I'm just going to add that to it. So that is my liquid of choice. Yeah, so I'm gonna mix this together to get everything, the liquid and the okra mixed together. You can see I've not yet turned on the fire, but we're gonna do that right now. So let's crack up the fire, start up the fire. And with that started, now to start adding in our spices. Now the spices I'm going to use my Knorr. This is my you guys will say seasoning, you know, food seasoning. This is not, this doesn't contain any MSG. I'm just gonna add a little bit of it, so about 1 teaspoon of it. But you know, Nigerian food, we usually don't measure so much, so about 1 teaspoon of it. And after that, I'll be adding my crayfish to it. So adding your crayfish, and then I will be adding my locust beans. This is my locust beans. I've rinsed it, so I'm just adding in my locust beans right there. And then I will be adding some shrimp. This is medium-sized shrimps. The shrimps have already been cooked, but just add it in there. Shrimps don't take a long time to cook. So now I'm gonna mix it real good, mix everything real good. And this okra is unlike other okra. This is a very simple okra. This is not ila sekpo. If you want recipe for ila sekpo, please, I believe I do have a recipe for that, and you can see that recipe pop up if I have that recipe. But this is my okra, you can see it. So it's just time for it to cook just a bit. But before it starts cooking, I'm going to take some crushed red peppers, and I like to just add a little bit of the red crushed peppers to it. You know, I like to see that. I'll mix my okra together again, and then we'll start cooking it. So you just want to cover it and then start cooking. So you want to cook it until you see it bubbling, and then you're ready. So as you can see, the okra is bubbling. So once it bubbles like this, it is ready. Okra doesn't take long to cook. Make sure your okra is not burning. So you can reduce the fire a little bit. And fresh okra, it is ready. Okra doesn't take long to cook at all. So now my okra is ready to be consumed. And usually when we have okra, we'll serve it on top with some stew and use it to eat with some fufu or inyo or eba or even oat fufu. If you guys want me to show you how I make my oat fufu, comment below, let me know. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in another video. Take care, have a wonderful day. Bye.